Nifty is absolutely flat and really no major movement, about 1 to 2 points here and there, 8,190. Let's welcome in our next guest, Amar Singh of Angel Broking now joins us. Amar, what's your view on the market? What's your view on the market specifically? You think we are just in a tight range and markets is not going to go anywhere?
Yeah, today it appears so because Nifty as is, if we looking at Nifty, it's unable to breach and sustain above the 8200 mark, and till the time it doesn't close above the 8200 mark and trade above consistently above 8230 or so, then and on the downside again 8170, 8180 is the support level that Nifty is seeing. So it's as you rightly said, it's tied in a very narrow range, 8180 to 8210. So 30 points, 40 points is what's Nifty trading in. So clearly reflecting that there's not much of a trigger in spite of the we saw the Asian markets, the Japanese markets, and earlier the US markets yesterday. So those gains couldn't materialize here. So you're seeing some, I would say, consolidation after the sharp rally we witnessed last week. So more or less, I would say that it's trading in a range. And on the upside also, the moment it reaches 8270 to 8300 level, that again is a level wherein we'll see some selling pressure, profit booking, and shorts being built around those levels. So it's a trader's market, I would say, and currently as of today it's definitely in a very narrow range.
Right. Which are your top picks right now?
Among the top picks, the first one is Chambal Fertilizers, because that's one which is in a very strong uptrend. So one can look at buying Chambal Fertilizers somewhere around 72.50 with a stop loss of 70 and a target of 78. So that's the first one. And the second is on the technology side, because we've seen the technology stocks really taking off after I would say the hammering that was witnessed post the Brexit. So the technology still looks good. So HCL Tech is a stock that can definitely be looked at buying at 852 levels with a stop loss of 834 and a target of 895. And the third is India Bulls Housing Finance. That's a sell on the futures side. We're seeing some selling pressure coming there, so that can be sold at 652 levels with a stop loss of 666, 666 and a target of 625.
Right. What is your call on Reliance Industries?
Overall, Reliance continues to hold firm, and what we've seen is that if it consistently sustains above 1080 levels or so, then we could see some upside towards 1120 levels or so. And on the downside, yes, Reliance, because if I'm looking at the charts on Reliance is definitely strong on the daily charts, on the weekly charts. So there is strength still in Reliance, but we are seeing some profit booking coming in. But yes, any dip in Reliance could be used as a buying opportunity, but more or less from a trading perspective. But because till the time it doesn't consistently trade above 1130, 1140 levels, you don't see a major move upside.
Right, but what are the levels to watch out for Reliance in terms of target? Say if somebody buys at lower levels, or if stop loss somebody has to keep?
Stop loss anywhere it has a strong support somewhere around 1060 or so, and on the upside 1110, 1120, that could be an initial level of resistance. As I said, 1130 or so. So you can say that the major support somewhere short term could be 1060, 1055, 1060, and we're seeing some correction today, but that could be used as a buying opportunity. And on the upside, 1120, 1130 could be a level to book profits.
As far as Bharti is concerned, what is your call? Expectations was that it will open on the lower side, but it's retraced almost the entire losses and gone up, and now is up 3%. I'm talking about Bharti, not Infra.
Overall, looking at the Bharti Airtel, if we look at Bharti Airtel, what's happened is that we have seen generally what happens is that if you look at most of the stocks which really open low, and then there's some buying in that comes in. So the trend overall has been positive for Bharti for the day. On the upside, 318 to 320 is a level of resistance. Today it's gone up by almost 3%. So I would say that since it was beaten down, and then there is some pullback today. We'll have to see whether it sustains above, because what we are seeing currently is that overall Nifty, as far as the broad indices are concerned, they are not going anywhere. So some selling coming in, and banking is more of a concern there in the sense that on the bank Nifty side. As far as Bharati is concerned, 318, 320 is a level of resistance on the upside, and the short-term support would be somewhere around 305, 306 levels.
So would you buy right now, or it's in a no trade zone?
Currently, I wouldn't buy at this level. Yes, if it retraces towards 310 or so, then that can be used as a short-term buying opportunity. Yes.
Right. One stock on the cash market is Jubilant Life Sciences. It's up 12% right now. Any view on that name if you track?
Yeah, Jubilant Life Sciences, if I look at, it's already rallied significantly today, and currently if we look at, it's rallied significantly today, so at least I wouldn't touch such a stock which has gone up almost 20% in a day, because that means that maybe it could be a topping out for the day or so. So yes, it has shown a sharp movement today, but I would stay away for the stock at least for a day or two.
Right. In terms of any other names, DLF has done pretty well. It's at 125 now. Do you believe that that's given a breakout?
Yeah. Overall, if you look at the real estate stocks, they have witnessed a significant rally post the Prime Minister's announcement as far as the relaxation and the benefits for the low-income housing and the housing sector, and also with the rate cuts by the public sector banks and the private sector banks. So that's definitely has helped the real estate companies. How much does that translate into business? That's something that has to be seen. But yes, DLF has, after a long time, we've seen some real sharp rally, almost 15 to 20% rally on DLF for the last few weeks. So DLF, yes, is strong on daily charts. On weekly also, it's fairly, I would say, it's stable. So yes, on any pullback towards 122, 121 can be used as a buying opportunity with a stop loss of 118 and a target of 132 to 133.
Right. So that's not something which you would immediately want to trade. If it goes to 121, 122, then the risk reward becomes favorable.
Yeah, because it's already up. If you look at it, 125, 126 levels, I wouldn't recommend that immediately buy at this level. There should be some profit booking coming in on some pullback towards 122, 123 level. So that would be a level, because you also have to look at the risk reward ratio which you are trading, or the call that you are taking. Otherwise, it's not of much value.
Any other real estate names? Because generally when real estate moves up, the entire sector moves up together.
Yeah, overall, if you look at real estate, earlier we had seen a sharp rally in other real estate stocks like Kolte Patel. That day we had seen a almost 20% rally. So more or less, I would say the real estate stocks have rallied. Rather wait for some possible correction, and then only again one can look at buying. I wouldn't say buy at current levels at least.
Right. What do you do with the IT pack? Now soon you think markets would start to predict and go into the numbers. They could be very volatile. Can you start with Infosys?
Yeah, overall if we look at the IT pack per se, IT pack has delivered decent gains. If you look at Tech Mahindra, if you look at Mindtree, if you look at other IT stocks also, we've seen a significant rally in these IT stocks. So there is some, and Infosys hasn't really done much. If you look at Infosys, it's not going anywhere on the downside. 950, 960, that's a level of major support. On the upside, 1030, 1050, that's a level of resistance. So it's not going anywhere. We'll have to definitely watch out for the numbers. And some IT stocks have performed well. Mindtree is one of them. Tech Mahindra is another. So one can look at the IT space, but one has to be very selective on that. And definitely the results are awaited. So we'll have to watch out for that as well.
What would be your top pick in the IT pack?
IT pack, Mindtree is still a good buying opportunity. If you look at Mindtree, any I would say pullback in Mindtree can be used as a buying opportunity. So Mindtree would be a buy.
And what will be the targets and stop losses for Mindtree? It's already up 3.5% right now.
So we'll have to wait for some correction towards, because it breached the major level of earlier 470, 480, and then it took off quite sharply towards 525, 530 levels. So buying can be initiated somewhere around 515, 516 levels, almost 10 rupees lower from the current levels, and the stop can be below 500 levels with a target of 545, 550 levels.
LIC Housing, any view? It's seen a very good correction in the last few days.
Yeah, overall, if we look at LIC Housing in particular, what we've seen is that most of these stocks have corrected to a certain extent, because profit booking is also being there, and also that we have to understand that how their interest net interest margins, that plays out, because with the rates going down, that could have some impact. So affordable housing, definitely that's a big scope for them, but how it works out on the net interest income, how they work that out. But yes, LIC Housing, overall the trend definitely is up for LIC Housing. Currently it's trading around 517. So I think we would rather wait for some further correction towards 500 and 505 levels to enter the stock.
Amar, thank you so much for taking out time for us. Always a pleasure getting in your perspective. That was a view coming in on the technical side of the market. Taking a break, coming back into banking stocks have fallen more. However, the Nifty is flat, down about 2 points, 8,188.